guys, I am back and it is time for Top 5 Wednesday and I'm super excited. Today's topic is urban fantasy. So I gotta find the top 5 favorite urban fantasy books, and because the theme was romance for the month of February, I decided that I needed to find urban fantasies that had a strong romance elements in them. So that kind of narrowed down what I was going to pick. But I think these ones work, and these are the ones I decided to go with, and they are definitely some of my absolute all-time favorites. So with that, I will get on it. And my first one is White Cat by Holly Black, and these are the Curse Workers, and this series is phenomenal. I haven't read it in a long time. I read this years ago. I need to do a reread. Just pulling these books and looking at these books have sparked me to want to do a reread. So that might be coming up very soon with some of these books in tow, because I have loved these forever. The Curse Worker series is about a young man named Castle whose family does curse working, and basically what that is they can manipulate your thoughts, they can manipulate luck, they can manipulate your mind, your body, all kinds of things that they can do with just by touching you. Or I think even one of them can look at you. I can't remember which, but it is a fantastic reading experience. The boys' families, because of their powers and their powers being outlawed, they're basically mobsters and con artists and things like that. His whole family, except for him, because as of yet, he has yet to manifest any powers as far as he knows. And something tragic happened 3 years prior to this that he's never been able to get over. But recently he's been having dreams about a white cat that starts making him have memories of that night 3 years ago. And things start to come to the forefront, I guess, in his memory. And he's got a lot of questions for his family, especially his 2 brothers. And it kind of goes from there. So it's a wild ride. It's a wild ride. There's intrigue, there's danger, there's suspense. There's so much going on in this novel, and I love it. I love this series. So hands down, that's why this made my top 5, because it's fantastic. And I highly recommend it if you haven't had a chance to read it. It is so good. So good, and it's very different than anything Holly Black has written before. I loved it. Okay, and my 4th spot is another book by Holly Black, or a book series, and that is Tithe, Valiant, and Ironside. And I'm not sure where my other copies of the other 2 books are, so I just grabbed this one from my shelf. And the series is called A Modern Fairy Tale, and I love this series. Each one follows a different main character, but they all tie together, and it's very urban, it's very fairy, and it's very dark. The first book follows a young girl whose mother is kind of a groupie, and she ends up having to live with the grandmother, and she's kind of being stalked by this fairy, and it really gets kind of crazy. And then the second one, I think the girl ends up in fairy somehow. I forget how she ends up there. But the Seelie Court and the Unseelie Court, I think, are fighting over her. I believe that's how it went. And in the 3rd book, the girl's a runaway, and she ends up in the subway system with a troll. So yeah, every book is so interesting. Every story, I mean, I just could not put these down. I love every story, and I am really getting the itch to reread this series. But very good, but very dark. Very dark, and very, I don't know, very modern themes. So something you guys should check into. Okay, my 3rd pick is Lily St. Crow's Strange Angels, and I absolutely love this series. And again, another one I haven't read in years, but I highly recommend this to a lot of people. I've recommended it over the years several times. It is about a girl who's a Dhampir, and there's werewolves in it and everything. And there's 2 sides to this whole thing. There's the people that want to keep her alive and because she's so special, and then there's the faction of people that want her dead because of her special abilities. They fear her and want her gone. So there's two camps. And basically she is trying to figure out where she fits in all this and why these things have been happening to her. Her mother was killed, then her father was turned into a zombie, and all of these things because of the power she possesses, and she's trying to figure out how and why everything happened. And there's a love triangle, and there's just so much going on, and it's just so fantastically written, and I love it. And of course it has the whole boarding school type-esque situation that, you know, I love in books. So yeah, definitely one of my all-time favorites. And I wish that Lily St. Clair would write more of this particular series, but she hasn't yet, but I can hope. Okay. Next is, in the number 2 spot, I have Tiger's Curse, and this is a fantastic book about a young girl named Kelsey who is working in a circus, and she ends up working with this tiger and finds that and she's really good to the tiger or whatever kind, and somehow, and I can't remember exactly how, but she finds out that this tiger is a young prince who's been cursed, and she decides to help him try to break the curse. And then all kinds of craziness ensues, and they journey all over the world, and it has Indiana Jones vibes. There's temples and things that they have to do to try to break different parts of the curse, and it is just fantastic. Fantastic. And I cannot recommend this one highly enough. This one is like one of my top, this is definitely in my top 10 favorite books of all time, because it is so epic and so good, and it's so beautifully written, and they travel all over, and oh, I just love it. And I love the covers. They're so pretty. Okay. Last but not least, in my number 1 spot, and if you guys know me, you know, you probably have already guessed, and I grabbed the wrong book off the shelf, but it's okay. The Mortal Instruments by Cassandra Clare. The whole series is phenomenal. The spin-off series are phenomenal. I have to read Lord of Shadows yet, but I'm super eager to do that. Every single book that Holly Black and Cassandra Clare writes, I will sign up to read. Hands down, I love everything they write. And okay, guys, that was my Top 5 Wednesday. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you guys soon with another video. Again, if you have any recommendations or would like any recommendations or any other videos, just leave a message in the comments below, and I will get back to you soon. I'll see you later. Bye!